What's good, guys? I'm going to be doing a response video to one of JStar's latest discussion videos. But before I get into that, I just wanted to say thanks to Bionic Souls, formerly CDNY. He hosted kind of like an open chat thing tonight, and unfortunately I only was able to catch like the last 30 minutes of it, but it was pretty entertaining. This guy, Indeed317, really funny. Kind of reminded me of Mr. Crispy Coil, and New York City Paperboy was also another guy talking on there, and it was a pretty good discussion. But for this video, I'm going to touch on a few things. But the first thing I want to talk about is something JStar mentioned in one of his recent videos, which was how do you view followers and kind of, or like subscribers, and how do you kind of make videos for your channel or your page to like targeted for those subscribers. Now, I've been on YouTube for a while. I started actually right about when it first came out. It was like 5-6 years ago was one of my first videos. YouTube's been around a little bit longer than that, but it was towards the beginning. I just posted random videos, me and my friends goofing off, and then one of my friends, and actually myself as well, used to be really big into memorabilia, basketball cards, stuff like that. So we would film box breaks, and one of my friends did a box break of Exquisite, which is like one of the top basketball products, and he pulled a Kevin Durant logo man, which is like the best jersey card possible you can get for a specific player. And he got Kevin Durant his rookie year. The video got like 10,000 views. So from that point forward, that kind of triggered my subscribers, and I kind of focused on basketball cards, memorabilia for probably a year or two. And then I shot a video of the same guy, and he actually, I know it sounds crazy, he gets tons of shit for it, but he's got a tattoo of LeBron on his arm, and I took a video of it, and within 2 days it was posted on Sports Illustrated, ESPN. We made the second ever episode of Sports Nation, and that's when like YouTube actually got in contact with me and was like, do you want to be a partner? My subscriber level went up a little bit more, and then to follow that up, I shot a video of my dog chasing her tail, and Animal Planet wanted to do it on their Cats versus Dogs episode. More subscribers. So at that point I had probably about 120 subscribers. Nothing serious. I didn't even really know what subscribers meant at that time. But then as I started kind of blogging about shoes, doing fake versus real, that sort of thing, I started noticing people actually enjoyed what I had to say. They were interested in local Chicago releases, stuff like that. So since that point, I've kind of targeted it more towards sneakerheads, my channel anyway, and it didn't really blow up until, and it still hasn't really blown up. I don't have that many subscribers compared to a lot of people, but I got probably 200-300 subscribers immediately after the JStar collaboration video. So that was a big help in terms of subscriber level. But my goal with my channel, as well as my message to my subscribers, etc., is I just want to make a positive change, not only in the sneaker community, but in the world. And I hope that I can help anybody that may need help. I'm just doing these videos to spark discussion. In fact, I promised DJ Hess, another really good sneaker guy on YouTube, that I would post a video about one of his friends who went to Africa and got some horrible disease, came back and had to have his arms and legs amputated, and they're raising money for him. So I'll post a link to that video within this video, and you guys can check out the page, maybe donate. talk about it in your guys' videos, stuff like that. But my video, I mean, my purpose of this channel isn't really to review the shoes, etc. I just like telling the stories behind the releases, talk about what we can do to help better the culture, etc. Which kind of leads me into my next topic, which is sneaker addiction and how this is a real thing, and something that I've come to grips with recently and I'm trying to curb. And basically, I discovered it because I've sold 2 pairs of shoes recently. One pair probably about a month ago, and I'm about to sell another pair. And both of them I'm selling. I sold the first one for $5 over retail. The pair I'm selling now is under retail for at least what I paid for them. And the thing is, before I sold them, even though I knew I wasn't going to really wear them that much anymore, even though I knew I had enough shoes as it is, it felt like I was like giving up like a part of me almost. Like, so at that point I'm like, I know I got an issue here. I'm just gonna sell these shoes, realize it's not that serious. I've been wearing my shoes a lot more. I wear pretty much all my, I've got about 7 or 8 pairs of shoes in my rotation. I wear basically every day. The only pair of shoes to this point I still haven't worn is my Concords, and that's because they really do have special meaning to me. But the whole sneaker culture, I've just, it's almost, I realized that I had some sort of an issue. It's something I realized. I used to collect basketball cards, and I would spend my paycheck, my allowance, etc. when I was a kid, and the first thing I do was get basketball cards. And it got to the point where I never really had enough money to do other things, like go to the movies, go out with my friends, etc. So at that point I was like, there's more important things in life than basketball cards. So I started saving my money. And it wasn't until about 2 years ago that I started getting the same type of feelings towards shoes. And the fact is, you can't take the shoes with you when you die. They're gonna wear out if you wear them. It's pointless. It's really pointless to me anyway to own shoes unless you're gonna wear them, because nobody sees them sitting in your closet. I respect people that do collect them. Everybody has a hobby, but to me, it just became kind of ridiculous. And this kind of relates to, I used to be really into autographs, and I would ask basketball players, all that sort of stuff, all the time for autographs. And just maybe a month ago, I was at the NBA draft combine, and I was giving my resume out to different sports agents, etc. And I saw every top pick. I saw Anthony Davis, Bradley Beal, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Harrison Barnes. I saw them all. And deep down, I wanted to get autographs just because I had that childhood passion. But in the back of my mind, I thought, now I'm getting older than these guys. It's like they're people too. It's pretty much pointless. You can't take it with you when you go. One of my friends says, well, at least you'll have a good retirement backup plan. And while that's true, I think shoes isn't as good of an investment as it used to be now. And actually, I'm going to post a link to System Psycho's most recent video, because I agree about 100% with that video. He was spot on his analogy between how kicks used to be and how they are now, and how you can get OG shoes for basically cheaper prices than the retros, which makes absolutely no sense, and leads into my final point, which is how to change the game, where I see it going, and my personal view from this point forward. And that is, the number one thing is, when I sell my shoes, I'm doing it at or below retail. The first pair I told you was $5 over retail. The pair I'm selling now is under retail. And I recently had the chance to get the Barclays at $10 over retail, and I refused. On principle, I'm not going to buy the shoe for more than Nike is selling it to me for. But in terms of my collection and where I see it going, I don't plan on getting any of the new retros, etc. I'm just going to focus on collecting shoes that I either had as a kid or shoes that I wanted as a kid. When I was younger, up until about 6th grade, I didn't have any Jordans. My mom was very opposed to paying $150 for shoes. And even when I got a pair of Jordans, I would have that pair for a year or 2 years. So in between, I'd have to go to places like Shoe Carnival, which is like the big outlet store in Bloomington, Illinois. And some of the shoes that I picked up in my lifetime at places like that were the Grant Hill Fila's. I had those. The Jerry Stackhouse Fila's. I got the Questions, like 4 different colors of the Questions, stuff like that. So I've been kind of looking at older shoes like the Air Flight 96, the Pennies, the Air Bacon, Rodman's, stuff like that. I'm kind of looking at shoes that I can find of players that I liked and that remind me of my childhood that don't cost an arm and a leg. For example, the Air Bacons, I've seen a couple of pairs of those go for under $50. I'm watching an auction for Air Flight 96 right now, and they're like $30 with less than a day to go. So I'm gonna try and build my collection more on older stuff and kind of focus it more on my childhood, that sort of thing. And I think I kind of got that idea from Zaya X, who is creating his collection more towards his Barclays now. He said that he's going to try and get every Barkley that he wore throughout his career. And at the end of the day, that's what makes me happy. You guys can do whatever makes you happy, and just stay positive in this game. I think that as long as you're buying what you like and you're happy, that's all that matters. So that's my message for this video. Thanks as always for viewing, guys. Peace.